Radio Grand Lac, 92.1, le grand bain de la vie locale.
Your English Weekly. Your English Weekly. La chronique 100% en anglais de Radio Grand Lac avec Sinead.
Hello everyone. This is Your English Weekly on Radio Grand Lac 92.1. Tune in every Tuesday from 12:30 to 1:45. Your English Workshop, www.yourenglishworkshop.com, sponsors Your English Weekly. Your English Workshop is a training centre for English lessons for adults and children in aix-les-bains and the Ravoire. Visit their website for more information. So hello everyone and welcome to Your English Weekly. I'm your host Sinead. Your English Weekly stimulates English speaking with an expression of the week in aix-les-bains and in France. So stay tuned because we are speaking with Lucy Cameron today. This week on our program, before we start, Lucy, are you ready?
Yes.
Great. Do you know the expression, hold your horses?
Whoa, Sinead. Hold on, slow down.
Maybe you're right. So we'll find out at the end of this program if you're right. So Lucy, let's go on now to talk about you. So tell us a few details about yourself, Lucy.
Well, Sinead, I'm English, born in London. I have 4 children and I've been living in France since 2005. I arrived in Aix 3 years ago and I'm temporarily working in a kindergarten here in aix-les-bains. I'm a trained actress and dancer.
Oh, nice.
And I'm also a clown.
Oh, well, you'll have to explain that because when you say you're a clown, are you really a clown?
I am. I love doing that. And I do many clown gigs for birthdays. I also organise and animate parties such as princess or dance, etc.
Okay, so princess and dance, what do you mean by that?
Well, the princess party, I teach little girls how to be princesses.
Oh, because we're not just born princesses, are we?
And the dance party, well, that's for kids of all ages. And they'll learn dance in a kind of flash mob style. So It's lots of fun and games.
Okay. So why did you start this career?
Well,
because I think you've got 1 or 2 different careers, if I remember well, no?
I have, yes. Well, I've always wanted to be an actress from the age of 5.
Mm-hmm.
And I love children, so it's great to be a clown.
Okay. So your career as an actress or your career as a kindergarten, let's talk about your career as an actress. I'm sure it's a little bit more exciting than being a kindergarten teacher.
Well, I love children, but I knew I'd wanted to be an actress for my whole life. And I worked as an actress in London. And then when I came to France, I first of all had to learn French.
Of course, we all had the same problem.
Yeah, and I've been performing in French for a few years now, but mostly in theatre. Mm-hmm. But I did a short film a few weeks ago.
Oh, wow, that sounds exciting. Where can we find out more about that?
I'll have to post it on my Facebook page, Les Fêtes de Loulou.
Okay, so how did you end up in France?
Well, we did the typical English dream. Came for a season, for the ski, see how it goes. We loved it so much, we sold up in London, left the pollution and took into the clean air and mountains of Savoie.
It's true, it's hard to get out. When you get to Savoie, it's hard to go somewhere else. Huh?
Absolutely.
We're always happy to leave, to visit places, but we're always happy to come back.
Yes, it's a wonderful place.
It is indeed. Okay, so are there many people like you around who are in the sector of actressing, working with children, etc., in English and what have you?
Well, I think in this area, particularly, I'm quite unique, as I'm not only a clown, but I also animate the other types of parties too. I can work in English and French, and also I'm an actress and a dancer.
Okay. And so how did you end up becoming a clown?
Well, when I was in London, I did a clown training course.
Okay, so you are actually a trained clown.
I'm actually a trained clown.
Okay, that's difficult to believe because people, we're not quite used to this but it's, yeah.
Yeah, I worked for a few years with a troupe doing shows in kindergartens and parties and all sorts of shows in London. And then when I came to France, I worked in English, and now I work in French as well.
Okay, so you animate parties. What do you mean by when you animate parties or you organize birthday parties?
Oh, well, if it's for the clown party, I have a show. It's 45 minutes long to an hour, and it's an actual show with magic tricks and puppets and songs and balloons.
Ooh.
So, yeah, it's a great show, actually, and the children really enjoy it.
Okay. And for how many years have you been doing this now?
Well, I've been a clown now for 20 years.
Okay. And how do you promote yourself?
Mostly it's word of mouth, but also on my Facebook page, Les Fêtes de Loulou.
Okay. So now, if I wanted to organize a birthday party and I wanted to invite friends and things of my age, of 50 years of age, would you be coming to visit us as a clown?
No, Sinead, sorry.
It's only for children, is it?
It's just for children. The clown show is mostly for children aged 2 to 7.
Okay.
The princess parties, that's for girls age, well, any age from really 2 till 10, I suppose, maybe older. That can also include beauty. So I can do their makeup, nails.
Okay.
And for the dance party, well, that goes right up to, I suppose, maybe 12, 13 years old.
Okay. And like, how many hours would somebody need to book you for a party like that? How do you organize? Do people book online? Do people contact you? You see with them first what they want? Do you have a meeting, organize the different, are they going to have like party bags going home, goodie bags?
Yes, they can do completely. So we start off with a basic, just the party. 1 hour is the minimum. People mostly contact me by telephone or email, and then we discuss what they need, because I'm very flexible, so I can change to what party they want. They can have extras like a birthday cake or party bags, etc. I can also do a 2-hour party. It really depends on the person and their needs.
And do you go to their house, or do they come to you? Do you do it in English? Do you do it in French?
Well, Sinead, I can go to their house, but also, thank you, because I will be using your school to do the parties too, which is great. And I can do these parties in English or French or a mix of the both.
Okay. And do you have, what's the minimum and what's the maximum number of people can come?
There's absolutely no minimum or maximum. Well, I suppose 5 has to be the minimum, but maximum, it's fine. I mean, I've done parties before for 100 children in a hall. So
well, they won't be coming to my school if there's 100.
No,
I'm
there's a bit
you.
too many. Yeah.
Okay, I think it's wonderful, because it's true that, like, I mean, all these magical tricks and all this idea of parties, it is all good fun, and especially after a moment of when people have been confined to their houses, children haven't been organizing parties.
Yes.
So it's nice to be able to know that you can do this. So do you work on your own, or do you work with a team?
Well, Sinead, when I'm working with you, it's on a team.
Yeah.
But when I'm working as a clown, it's usually on my own. But my daughter comes with me if I've got lots of children.
Okay. And tell us, do you have any new projects that you're looking at for the future?
Well,
I know you do, because I asked you this earlier.
Yes, you did. Well, I'll be teaching at your English workshop from August. I was a teacher for the last couple of years in college, and before that I was doing more teaching with younger children in an immersion environment.
Okay, Lucy. So thanks for all of this information. But if you do want to tell our listeners about the Wednesday morning English club that we're looking at, it could be interesting. And listeners, don't hesitate to send me your advice if you've got ideas or things that you want to share with me. But with Lucy, we have been working on a little project recently. So, Lucy, do you want to tell us about this little project?
Yes, of course. It's not a secret, Sinead. No, the opposite, really. Promotion. Well, we'll be starting a Wednesday morning English club for 5 to 10-year-olds from 9 till 12 at your English workshop. We need you to book your places now, as there aren't many places. We'll be doing fun activities. It's definitely not English lessons like at school.
Or like when people come to see us, when we do our lessons.
Absolutely. It's going to be an immersion environment, so everything will be in English for 3 hours. So we'll be doing fun activities like baking, singing.
Now be careful. When we say baking, we're not talking about having an oven in the school.
We're talking about a donut machine.
Okay, yeah.
Or a crepe machine, or a cake pop machine, or something.
Or a popcorn machine even.
Popcorn machine.
Okay, fine. But I do not want any ovens in my school for anybody to burn themselves.
She's worried about the ovens, so we won't
security.
do that.
Security is the main thing.
We'll also be singing and doing drama sketches, maybe some dance. We'll be doing crafts, all sorts of things in English, just not lessons. Oh. So send a message to your English workshop and they'll send you the program for the first semester.
Yeah, so for listeners, dear listeners, of course, so if you do have ideas with this and you do think that there are different things that you might think appropriate for us to know, don't hesitate to send a petite message. I'm always open to ideas. Huh? Okay, Lucia, thanks a million for coming to talk to us.
Thank you, Sinead.
And as we know, this time is running out, like it always seems to run out. I don't know what happens to time, Lucy. Do you have this problem with time?
Absolutely.
Oh, so let's go back to my expression, hold your horses, Lucy. So tell us, what did you say earlier about hold your horses?
Well, I said, whoa, Sinead. Slow down.
Yeah, because she's saying whoa, like if you're on a horse.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you're right, Lucy. It's another way of saying wait a moment, don't rush, for example. So, quick, Lucy, find your stuff. We're going to have to run.
Hold your horses. We've got plenty of time.
Oh, well, this is when we discover that time has now run out. Well, anyway, that's all from us today. So if you wish to listen to this podcast again, don't hesitate to find us on YouTube. Also, you can see our Facebook page with the expression of the week. I know that Sabrina put that up last week. Thank you, Sabrina. And I'm going to wish you all a lovely week. And we'll be back next week with a new guest talking about CBD, which will be interesting to hear with Claudia. And now, before we finish, I want you to remember that we've got some tips for spring with Alan with the green hands. That's at 2:15. At 5 o'clock, we've got 1 hour, one community with the community of Saint-Ours. We have, of course, Damien with his Sportez-vous bien. I don't know if I say that very well with my accent, but anyway. And bye to all of you this week. And Lucy, thank you so much. Thanks again for coming and joining us today. And of course, we hope that you'll come back and join us on this radio program soon too.
Thanks very much, Sinead. I'd love to.
I know you would. So now we're going to just finish off quickly as we've got 2 or 3 seconds left. If you want to listen to this again, as I said to you earlier, you can go on to YouTube and you'll find the podcast. And remember too, Your English Workshop is a training centre for English lessons for adults and children, and it sponsors Your English Weekly. Have a good week to you all.
Your English Weekly. Your English Weekly. La chronique 100% en anglais de Radio Grand Lac avec Sinead.
Radio Grand Lac. Votre radio.